Aladdin Baghdad is a 1938 Warner Brothers cartoon directed by Dalton and Howard. It's written by Dave Monahan with voices provided by Mel Blanc, Danny Webb, Bernice Hansen, and Cliff Nazarro. Honestly, it was better than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be pretty terrible, and I'm not the biggest fan of Egghead as a character, so I wasn't really bothered about that going into it. But I watched it out of curiosity, and there were some good moments. Basically, Egghead gets this magic lamp, meets the genie. I quite like the design of the genie, and I really like the design of the lamp. It's got a very kind of classic gold appearance, and obviously off he goes with this magic lamp. But there are people who might try and steal the lamp from him, and there's something that happens with Egghead rubbing not the magic lamp, and it amused me so much that moment, and I don't know why it amused me so much. The narrative is relatively interesting. I think the pacing is pretty good. I don't want to say too much more about the specifics, of course, because it's only 7 or 8 minutes, but I think it managed to sustain itself a lot longer than I was expecting. At no point did I feel like the narrative was dragging or that they'd kind of milked it for all it was worth and were just going through the motions. It was actually a pretty well developed narrative with a good pacing. As for most of the characters, they were fine. I didn't really love anybody, but the genie was okay. I'm still not a big fan of Egghead, but the character's performance wasn't too bad either. It is very well animated. We have some good music. It's okay. It's not bad. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it at all. I always go into these with an open mind, but obviously there are some types of cartoons I prefer more than others. This one I wasn't expecting to care for, but actually it wasn't too bad. If you haven't seen Aladdin Baghdad and you're a fan of Warner Brothers cartoons, then I'd say it's worth watching to check it off of your list. Say you've seen it, form your own opinion. I'm glad that I've done that because I'd actually been putting it off for quite a while. But whether or not I'll watch it again, it's unlikely. But actually, despite that, it did exceed my expectations. It's not a terrible cartoon.